broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first. Perfection, expect nothing else. Do you like to make yourself a hot cup of coffee to start your day? We have both whole bean and grounded. Also great for all you iced coffee if not a hot kind of person. Even make yourself a frappe to quench your thirst. The best tasting coffee with espresso. It's only $18.99 plus taxes for a 12-ounce bag. Buy 1 to 5 bags and shipping is only $7. If you spend over $100, shipping is absolutely free.
Coffee. Well, we won. I mean, well, that's just the easiest way to start it. We won on Sunday, and it was a good game. And I was off, I think, by 1 point for each team.
That game, very interesting. Is it a different story if Puka Nacua or Cooper Kupp is there? Probably.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, look, in the first half, I was on Bears Twitter, and I was like, Stafford's doing Stafford things, and he was. But as we've seen with this team, they make the adjustments. They made the adjustments, and this week they were able to win the game because of the adjustments. I mean, so I'm happy from the fact that, I'm happy. I think we're all happy we won. We're 2-2. Great. Packers are in the basement. Great. We like that too.
They're in the basement with us. Yeah.
No, they're in the basement by themselves by tiebreak. Don't make JB give you all the rules. He will. Okay.
No,
they played one division game. We played none.
Because we got a conference win. That's why we're at it. And theirs was a division loss. So, yeah. But, look, I mean, the takeaway for me is this. The team is looking better. They when they started out running with Swift, though, I was like, they did the first quarter with Swift, and I was like, no. But then they brought Roschon Johnson to start the second, and the running game got good. And then they kind of mixed them together. And I thought, okay, fine.
I loved seeing Doug Kramer at the fullback position. He seemed like a natural at it.
Aren't you guys surprised that, and I hope the best for him, I hope he's doing well. When Tevin Jenkins got off for injury, that offensive line got a lot better. The running game, Swift came up. Chia Pet had time to throw the ball. It was just a little bit strange.
So Chia Pet, as you call him, had a passer rating over 100 this week.
Right, yeah. And he only threw 23 times. But anyway,
wasn't he the most pressured and had the most completion rate or something like that, highest passer rating?
Yes.
While being rushed, something like that.
But did you guys realize that though when Tevin Jenkins got hurt, that running game, and then Caleb Williams had time to throw in that second half?
I agree with you, Woody. I think there's two pieces to it, right? One is they also switched to Roschon Johnson for a while, and that helped with the running game and the line. And two, I don't disagree with you on when Tevin Jenkins came out, it got better. And I think part of that is Tevin has been playing injured, and it finally came to a head. And I think the problem is he's been trying to stay in so hard, he was playing injured and getting beat because of it. So I think there's a piece of that because when Tevin's been – we all have seen it. When Tevin's healthy, he's really damn good.
Fuck yeah. When he's standing upright.
Yeah.
So, yeah, go ahead.
Nate Davis came in, though, because of that.
He's fired up probably because he got benched, that motherfucker.
And he looked good. Yeah, he looked good for the most part, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody talking shit about Swift though. Got him off his ass and started making
You
plays.
know what? Clearly, Taylor was my player of the game, the punter.
Damn you!
Amazing,
that was my guy.
And
you know what? You know what stat I seen that was I was a little confused. Bears were 28th in punt net, which I was like, really? Taylor's been having a bad year because he were 28th. But what do you have? 2, 3, 65-yard punts?
He had a 68. One was 68.
And it just flipped the field, and that could have been a reason too.
Yeah, I mean,
Sorry, Mike, I know you said
when Taylor punted, our win went from 75 straight up to 83 with those big punts.
His he was the NFL or NFC Special Teams Player of the Week. Making that draft pick look well worth it. I think the problem the Bears have with the punting game right now, obviously it's not him, is that they're having a hard time covering his kicks. Like, they've got to adapt too, right? They're just like, because these guys are getting some decent returns on some of these returnable ones because, that's just.
And I'm sorry, Mike. I know you said Kramer was your offensive player of the.
No, he's not. I didn't pick him.
Defense.
I was going with Torrey Taylor, but I got another one.
Defense. Clearly, my player of the game is Brisker. He was all over the fucking field. It was just amazing. Amazing.
That is the game he needed to prove himself.
Yep.
He needed that game.
He got snubbed for defensive player of the week too. He's a little miffed about that, which is great. Let him be miffed. I mean, let him be miffed against Carolina, but let him be miffed anyway.
Hey, Carolina's been playing good the last 2 weeks, so with Red Rocket coming back.
And Javon Dexter is turning into that 3-tech that we need so desperately.
We saw that at the end of last year when after Sweat got here, he started playing better. I was like, all right, the rookie is and dude, his dad is all over social media.
Yeah.
Senior is all over saying you guys haven't seen anything yet. Today he was propping his boy up like nothing. But look, he has been playing great, and we said this was the year before when he was drafted, and Eberflus started like building the interior line. And everyone's like, but we need an edge rusher. We need an edge rusher. And people said, hey, look, Eberflus, his defense drives from the interior out to the edge. Whereas other guys want edge rushers, big-time edge rushers, and okay, the interior is nice. Eberflus was the opposite. And it's paying off. And we're starting to see it pay off because both the interior line has been nothing short of great this year. I mean, thank you. And pizza delivery. And he's coming along very nicely.
Hey, Ken, check the boxes. Check the boxes for the pizza. See if there's any tickets in there.
And Booker had a solid game too on the edge.
He did.
Yeah, Sweat had another sack. Sweat had another sack. That's good.
Yeah.
Booker did 3 sacks last.
Billings. What a signing we got for him.
Yeah.
He is at that run stop, man. We didn't stop the run that good, but man, he clogs up them holes.
No tickets, Woody. No tickets.
I mean, the final stats, I think the Bears had like 131 yards passing. But Swift, I guarantee he probably got shit talked about. Like, we brought you in here, blah, blah, blah. Just put a fire in his ass.
So 94 or 96, he had 94 or 96 yards the game. Now, most of it was on that big – hold on, Mike, let me finish. Most of it was on that big run. But really, though, I mean, look, I agree with you. But I think a lot of it, though, like I said, like you said, with Tevin Jenkins going out, and I also think with them rotating him in and out with Roschon, that's what made the difference for Swift to get going. I think if they just ran him straight and then put Roschon Johnson in, Swift doesn't have the game he has. Like Roschon made an impact on Swift's ability to do certain things.
And they did more play at having Caleb under center, and it worked so well.
Yeah.
We've been saying that.
That's what I brought up on Sunday.
Let's bring up a play action that creates more time. And Swift, they said that he set a franchise record in receiving and rushing.
And
He only
I don't
had
like
94 yards. I don't think so.
And I don't say like, ref one call, blah, blah, blah. But Taylor, they missed the roughing a passer call at the end there almost.
Yeah.
He hit him helmet to helmet, man. They missed that call big time. So
offensively, it was nice to see Keenan get some catches. It was nice to get DJ in the end zone. Rome kind of got a quiet game overall. He has some nice blocks though. Actually, all the receivers did pretty good blocking.
Not Carter.
Yeah, Carter. Carter's too small to block. We overall, here's the other thing I really like about this game coming into it. Shane Waldron took accountability for the Colts game. Held a meeting with the team leadership, player team leadership on offense, and they said, and they had it out. They discussed it, and he took ownership for the play calling. And then he said, "What do you guys need from me?" They, well, we want you to coach us harder. We need to do more of this, that, and the other. They did that, and as they made their adjustments, and it proved well for us against the Rams. Now look at the Rams are without some guys, but who did the Rams play the week before and win?
49ers. And they came back to win.
Yeah.
That tight end they got, what's his name? Like Holdington, whatever his name is.
Well, that rookie wide receiver had a lot of their catches too. Was it Whitman, Whitmore, Whiteman?
Witherington.
I mean, Stafford with Stafford's at this point in his career. It doesn't matter who his receivers are. He's going to play, right?
Yeah, Tutu had a great game too.
I mean, Stafford was doing Stafford things early, then the defense got to him as the game went on. But it was nice to see the offense control the ball. They didn't have to rely on Caleb's arm. They still had some missed connections, but I think it's getting better. Like him and DJ is getting better.
Yeah.
Him and Keenan is going to get there. Rome, I'm waiting for him to have a breakout. It hasn't happened yet. He's had a couple nice little plays here and there, but it hasn't happened. And
Caleb to get that deep ball accuracy on that deep ball.
Well, that's going to happen, I think, a little bit more when the offensive line comes along, though, too. Because I think he's lost. I think he threw it earlier than he probably wanted to. That's why, I bet the timing of that play is he rushed it. It's not that he's not accurate; it's he rushed the timing. He probably threw it a second early. Because
it's like DJ Moore, the first throw that DJ slowed down. We all can see he slowed down. I think it was supposed to be a curl or something.
Well, no, wasn't he supposed to go to the outside? He came on the inside, and Caleb just overthrew him. But if DJ Moore would have kept running,
right,
you would have hit him in stride.
Oh, yeah, in stride, it would have been the perfect ball. But I think DJ was a little pissed with himself at that because he knew
it's just off communication. And
they'll get there.
Yeah, well, you got to remember when Justin got here, him and DJ had all off season to get that bonding, right? DJ and Caleb haven't had that yet. So maybe next off season they start bonding, they develop that relationship.
DJ Moore knows what he's worth.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
No, I mean it's getting there offensively though. I mean, we saw improvement. And then of course, the NFL went the NFL 4 weeks in without people going batshit crazy about the weirdest things. So a couple things with wide receivers, and I don't know why it's wide receivers today. A couple things. This morning, if you watch Ken and Ken in the morning, we spent the entire hour, which was fine. Don't get me wrong, it was a good discussion, talking about Devontae Adams is now being made available for trade from the Raiders, from Vegas, right? We spent an hour talking about all the possible destinations, packages, blah, 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 blah. Then you get on X. Tyreek Hill, first thing he posted on X, just woke up at 11:25 in the morning, mind you, to trade talk. So wait, now is Tyreek being traded? Kansas City fans, of course, are you coming back? So there's this Tyreek Hill talk. Then there's the talk. I guess I missed. I didn't see this, but I guess there's Keenan Allen trade talk too.
Yep.
So
Yep.
what's the deal on that, Woody?
I just heard that it would be the rumor was Keenan Allen and Herbert to Kansas City for Kansas City's center. So that's all I heard.
Just trying to think.
Which
My thought is, or you can go ahead. Go, Ken. You go first.
No, go.
Okay. My thought is, what does Keenan mean to this team besides being a wide receiver?
He's a rental, like we said, Mike.
No,
But, yeah, he is a rental. But what's he more than that?
He means a lot. Look at him in the first couple. Like
He's a mentor. We were watching the game. He's on the sideline talking to Caleb. He's a mentor. Who else is he a mentor to?
Well,
Rome
and DJ.
Maybe Tyler Scott. We haven't even seen Tyler Scott on the field yet.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's giving him tips. So,
I mean,
losing that guy, even though he is a rental, you have to get much more than what you gave for him.
Yeah.
You gave him a fourth. You're going to have to get more.
I'm not as familiar with who the center is for Kansas City.
Let me check it out.
Is that Humphreys?
Chris Humphreys? What's up, Billy?
Oh, yeah, I'll get the rumor. Hold on. Keep going.
Is Adams the center, Billy? Is that who it is? If it was maybe.
No, he's saying Keenan Allen for Devontae Adams.
For Devontae, yeah, that's not going to happen.
Just like
that's not going to happen.
And Billy still wants Derrick Henry.
It's Creed Humphrey.
All right. I mean, what's his? What is he like? What? How many years of an All-Pro is he? You know, I mean, is he that good that we give up?
He's 25, so he's a lot younger.
He's young.
Let
me pull up.
Yeah, a big contract.
Yeah, Mike Evans is coming to Chicago. This fucking guy.
Is that Billy again? Billy. And then the questions for Kansas City, does that make sense for them?
I got it. It was drafted in 2021 in the second round. He is a two-time Super Bowl champion, a two-time Pro Bowl, a one-time second-team All-Pro. And then he's got some college accolades. So yeah, he's legit.
Let me do this for you.
He's recently got a big fat contract too.
Yeah, check this out.
4 years, $72 million.
There's this PFF.
Billy, give it up. Mike Evans is not coming here.
I mean, here's the thing. All right, so Creed Humphrey, right? 6'4", 302, drafted in 21, second round, 63rd selection overall. His PFF grade since been in the league, phenomenal. Jump.
They're not giving him up. They just paid him.
I mean, I'm not even looking at the contract piece of it. But here's the thing: if they were to trade Creed Humphrey, I guess it's their problem who their center is going to be. So let's go back.
Keenan Allen, Khalil Herbert. They're going to want a draft pick. They're not going to do it straight up.
So if we look at centers, they do have some other centers. They have they have another guy in the roster who is a drafted 2024 is a rookie. I'll bring him up real quick. I don't think we're going to see anything on him. Yeah,
good evening, Matt.
And with Rashid Rice out for the year, that could be big too.
So, I mean, they've got a guy they just drafted. Okay. But is Kansas City really going to do that? You know what I'm saying? I mean, does that make sense?
They're trying to go for that three-peat.
But to lose your starting center to go with a rookie you just drafted?
Yep, and for an old wide receiver
and
and
a good running back that you're
a
going to have
good
to pay at
running
the end of the
back.
year. That you're
They
going to have
lost
to pay at the
Pacheco,
end of the year.
so
Yep.
it's the asking price. That's what it's going to be. What is it worth? What is Keenan Allen worth? What is Khalil Herbert worth?
Well,
So,
I
yeah.
mean, for contract-wise, those make sense because Keenan's contract's probably, the dollar amount makes sense for both teams. Fine. But do they need a wide receiver that bad that they're willing to give up their starting center? Right?
If their backup is just as good, though,
The backup's a rookie. They just drafted the kid. Oh, let me bring him back up here.
but
I
then
want to look at
you got
They just
Patrick
drafted
Mahomes.
dude, they
You
just
got
drafted him
you
in
got
the
an O
fifth
line
round.
that's solid that can help that center out.
Yeah, but he's the fifth round, 160th pick overall. He's never played a snap. That's the only other center you have on your roster. Now, let me look at the Bears by comparison. Right? If maybe we have a backup center we send them, but I doubt it. Because why would we? By the way, our defense right now has been slipping. We were ranked 4th, then we were ranked 7th, now we're ranked 10th. The offense is now ranked 29th. We're overall ranked 26th, and we're tied for 24th
Really?
with special teams. We're 20th in the league for points scored, 8th in the league for points allowed. So that was pretty good. When we look at our lineup right now at center, Shelton is not great. But look at, man, you know what's interesting? I'm gonna share the screen again for you guys so you can see this, because this is the first. It's the first in a long time. I have not seen this look this way in a long time for the Bears. Okay. When you look at our PFF for lineup, last year here at the center position was deep red. Shelton right now, not he's
Not too shabby.
not too shabby. He's getting better. But last year that was a deep red. Like I think we were like 23 or 24 was the grade. Okay, so he's 24th to 35 right now. Not great. Let's see what Pryor is. Pryor, look, he's still got some room to improve. He did look good in the game.
Yeah.
So
And Matt's totally 100% right. Poles. Where did he come from? Kansas City. He's got those connections, so it could happen. You
but if
know.
you look at the center position. I don't know, I guess we do have some guys that we could trade him throw Kramer in, or you should throw Shelton in. I guess you got some other guys you could throw in, but
See,
No, I'm not
they would
including
have.
any other linemen. We
They're
need
prob-
all
they're
the old
probably-
line we need.
They were probably talking about the Keenan Allen and Herbert because Pachenko is out too. So that trade would probably have to happen sooner than later. So I think
Yeah.
that's horseshit. But Ken, when you're done with all this, we forgot the most important news, and I'll get to that.
go ahead, bring it.
Mercedes Lewis broke the most game record, just past Jason Witten.
Yeah.
272 games. Dude, what the fuck?
Dude, when they said that, I was like, was Witten really around that long?
Yeah.
When Mercedes Lewis was a rookie, Caleb Williams was 4 years old.
I'm like,
Dude, they showed this in the Texans game. The Texans head coach and Lewis were in the same draft class.
Jesus Christ.
They were in the same draft class. They came into the league together. Mercedes Lewis is still playing, and the other guy's coaching.
When Mercedes Lewis was a rookie, guess who else was a rookie? Devin
Who?
Hester.
Was that Hester's rookie year? I guess it was. Yeah. Yeah, there's like 5 or 6 Hall of Famers already from that
Yeah.
draft class.
That's
I
insane.
mean, it's insane how long he's been in the league. And
Amazing.
but I think though his value right now to the Bears was blocking, but more mentoring. The Bears.
Yeah, but to go back to Mike's thing about the mentor, I don't think the Bears are going to re-sign Keenan Allen just be a mentor as well. He's got to have a breakout fucking year.
He's got to do some things.
He's got to do something.
Matt, no, Witten played almost his whole career in Dallas, and then he finished with the Raiders.
Yeah, he got a ring in with LA. That's the year he retired.
Yeah.
That's the year he retired.
Yeah, that's right.
And I know Ken waits till Friday, but the first injury report came out already because it's Wednesday. Not too bad. Same guys as before. Pickens, Terrell Smith, they didn't practice. Cole Kmet and Sweat were limited. And DeAndre Carter and Jenkins are on it now. They didn't practice today. So that's the beginning.
Bayless is going to suit it up.
I want to answer Darcy's question. We don't care. That's your answer to your question, Darcy.
He did that. He did that against a beat up.
Yeah. We know. I mean, it doesn't. I mean, I really don't care what. Yeah, I don't care what he does. I mean, I really don't care. Darcy, we'll talk Thanksgiving. I mean, really, dude, this is week 4. We're talking about week 4. We're now into week 5. And what's Thanksgiving? Week 9, 10, whatever it is. Come talk to us then.
Week 13. Week 13.
Week 13? Dude, you're 8 weeks too early. Sorry.
But Darcy, to make you happy, though, when we went through the games, Detroit's going to break their 7-game losing streak on Thanksgiving this year. That's what I said.
Is it in Chicago? Or is it in
no, it's always in Detroit.
Always.
Thanksgiving's always in Detroit. Always in
Dallas.
Yeah, they probably do win.
So, but no, I mean, Keenan. If you think about the way this team is constructed, it's young, with a couple old guys that really anchor this team.
Well, that's your leadership right there.
Yeah, exactly. That's especially when you're talking about you have a young quarterback room. Knowing that quarterback room has been here more than 2 years.
Give Darcy the link. Give Darcy the link, Ken. I want to hear this shit.
Let me think about that for a second. So, anyways,
hey Darcy, bring your boy John Dorn on too, please. That'll be the battle of the fucks.
So, well, let me think about that one too. So, anyways, you got with Keenan, you got 2 really old guys in offense who really can mentor across the board and still produce on the field for you in some capacity. Keenan Allen probably more than Mercedes Lewis. But Mercedes Lewis can still produce. He can still catch the ball, but he's primarily blocking. But he can mentor across the board. And defensive, who's the old guy in the defense right now?
Who's the old guy on defense?
Probably,
Is JJ the old guy? Or one of the linebackers, maybe? Edmonds or Edwards? Because they're all second contract guys.
Byard. I think Byard is.
Byard might be. Yeah, Byard's the old man.
He's in his 30s or late 20s.
Yeah, I think Byard's the old man. Yeah. I mean, but they didn't need the mentorship as much on defense, right? They did on offense. No. And you're seeing it paid off a little bit. And I think Waldron, I think a lot of people's mind on Waldron changed this week because he adapted. Something that, to be honest, we're not used to seeing our offensive coordinators do in Chicago.
Well, it's sad that it took the captains of this team to bring it to his attention. You know?
Not really. I think he's the one who called the meeting.
I thought they called the meeting.
No, he invited them in. And he took ownership after Sunday. He's like, okay. And he called them in. I'm digging Waldron. I think a lot of people changed their mind on Waldron, seeing him make the changes, take the ownership for the Colts game, having the meeting with the players, listening to them, implementing some of it, and we'll see if that continues going forward. This week is not going to be a great test of that, I don't think, with Carolina, even though they do have some defensive power. This is going to be an interesting game. I mean, we can talk about it a little bit tonight because I know we'll talk more about it Sunday.
Well, no, Carolina's been playing good the last few weeks.
No, yeah. it was the captains that called the Waldron.
And he's still okay. Well, he took it. Either way, it doesn't matter.
They were saying that they weren't being coached.
But whether he called it or not, the fact that they took the meeting is still a huge step that we've never don't hear here. So correct. I mean, the offense to me is starting to move in the right direction. Is it where we want it to be yet? No.
No.
Yeah, we're about 25% of the season in, and what have any of the wide receivers really done though? You know, I mean, none of them have really broke out. Caleb hasn't really broke out. They've all had some nice plays. Keenan has played 50% of the games. I mean, okay, so he's only played in 2 of the 4. I get it, Matt, but I mean, it's a long season, right? And it's the other things he brings, I think, that makes his value. And that's why the whole KC thing doesn't make sense to me. Like, why would KC, if he's give up that kind of guy, that center?
Yeah, if you're trading Keenan, you're getting a center back. That center is going to help Caleb out.
Yeah, but I mean, for Kansas City, I'm like, why do you make that trade? I mean, if your running game's that bad and you really have to make, I mean, you're really look at Keenan's throwing on that trade to make the money more right for the Bears. That's what he is. The main piece of that for Kansas City would be Khalil Herbert, and I get that. Khalil Herbert's probably worth it, right? But is Kansas City feeling that bad about the running game right now that they're willing to do that?
See, and this is another reason why I think it's a bad idea for KC. Keenan Allen's known for getting his injuries, not playing a full season. Guess what? They got Xavier Worthy, the rookie. That's
Keenan's
about
the throw-in, but don't focus on Keenan though, Mike. He's the throw-in. It's all about Khalil Herbert. Keenan's the extra.
Well, they need a wide receiver because theirs are out. Hollywood Brown's out. Rasheed Rice is out. They need a wide receiver.
All they have is Smith-Schuster.
That's it.
Juju and Xavier. That's it.
Yep. And Xavier went off week 1.
So I mean, I don't know. We'll see if that gets any more traction. Let's see what happens with Shelton this week too. Because if Shelton continues to improve, Foles might be able to go, nope, we got what we wanted, and we don't need to make that move. And we've got, 5 weeks until the trade deadline?
Something like that.
Well, we got, 3 weeks till bye week?
Week
7.
We've got week 5 is Carolina. Week 6 is we're in London against the Jags. Week 7 we're off, and week 8 I'm in DC watching the Bears.
Yeah,
and you get to watch my boy, Mr. Jaden Daniels. Hey,
lose to the Bears.
Yeah. Do I have to say anything about him?
He'll probably have 2 or 3
I can't wait for that game because if Jaden looks really good and Caleb looks like shit.
I mean, we were talking about the Commanders this morning though with Devontae. And the thing about
how much shit we're gonna get for drafting.
Well,
Caleb.
I mean, I when it comes to that, it's one of those. Because here's the difference between the Commanders and the Bears right now. The Bears have the better defense, but the Commanders' defense has been good.
And the Commanders are in first place.
Yeah, their defense has been good. Yeah. Their offensive line has been almost spectacular.
Yeah.
Like their offensive line has been really, really good. So they provide protection. And Scary Terry as well. He's Scary Terry for a reason. I'm going to bring them up real quick because I've been meaning to do it.
Well, we have the better weapons, but they seem to be doing a lot more.
Well, and they got rid of. You got to think they got rid of Dotson too to the Eagles. Yeah.
Dotson's gone.
Yeah.
They traded us Montez last
season. Right now, they are third. Okay, but here's the tail of the tape. This is where it gets interesting with the Commanders. They're third in the league for points scored with 121 with a 3-1 record. They've given up 102 points, making them 25th in the league. Their offense is ranked 7th. Their defense, after I just gave them credit, is ranked 31st. Their special teams 23rd. Overall, they're 18th. So really the difference between the Bears and them is not that as big as we might think.
But it shows that Washington can win a shootout. That's what's telling me those stats.
Yeah.
Their offensive line is PFF grades better than us. Definitely PFF grades better than us. Not by much.
Charles Leno Jr.?
Leno Jr. is not in the starting lineup. So no.
Ooh.
Wow. That's probably why they're good.
Hey, he made the Pro Bowl when the first year he got traded to Washington.
The right side is their weak side. Their left side is definitely a bit stronger. Their a little bit better at the center position, but not by much. I mean, it's really, when you think about it, they're not much better, but they're enough better. And that's the thing about offensive lines, man. Like, dude, you don't have to be the best offensive line in the league. You just got to be
Solid.
middle of the road. Like, right, they're like, for instance, their offensive line to us looks like they're a lot better. But when you look at the grades, the difference isn't much.
Oh, John, no. John, don't say that.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Bears win on Thanksgiving.
Oh,
But-
boy.
You might screenshot that.
No, don't do it. It's a setup.
Oh, it's set up.
Oh, no,
Because
it
John said that he's going to hand deliver our coffee to the Detroit Lions. So that's why
John's not here anymore. So that's not gonna be a problem. Anywho, sorry about that. Their line is scoring. Their grades aren't much better. It's close, but they're just enough better that makes that offense a lot better than ours. It's a matter of, can you hold at that extra second that they're holding out that we're not? That's making the difference for Daniels. It is. I mean, that's how close this game is, all right? It's a matter of millimeters, inches, and seconds.
well,
And
Ken,
that's
since
what
you're at a computer,
Yeah.
Who has the best PFF quarterback so far through week 4?
It's probably Sam Darnold.
Yeah, he has the most touchdown passes. Yeah.
Player grades. See if I let me break it out. Okay, here we go. Quarterbacks. You know, wow, the highest graded quarterback. Who do you guys think it is?
Sam
I
Darnold.
think Sam Darnold.
You would both be very, very wrong. Very, very wrong. Take another guess. Oh, real quick, just so you know, Sam Darnold is ranked 16th. Right.
What the fuck? I guess they don't go by touchdown passes or anything.
So the
PFF
highest.
grade.
Jared Goff?
No, not Jared
No,
Goff.
no.
Goff is even lower, 26.
Damn.
Give me Derek Carr.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Fuck him.
He is
Where's
the number
Jade Daniels
one.
at, though?
Guess who? Okay, so here's I'll go through the top 10. Derek Carr at 1, Brock Purdy at 2, Dalton at 3.
What the?
Josh Allen is tied with him at 3.
Dalton didn't even play the whole year.
2
He's only
games.
played two
yeah,
games.
yeah. Josh Allen and Andy Dalton are tied at 3. At 5, tied, Lamar Jackson, Aaron Rodgers. Kyler Murray at 7. Jaden Daniels at 8. Baker at 9. Geno Smith at 10. Justin Fields, just for shits and giggles, at 12. One ahead of Patrick Mahomes at 13.
What the fuck? These fucking stats.
That's rigged.
suck.
Caleb is at 32.
Yeah.
The PFF of is that the overall there? 51 is his offensive grade, but he's been kind of going up. So
Damn.
Yep.
Jaden Daniels, top 10.
So let me see. Let me not take the snap. Okay. Oh, that was the. Okay. Now, if I ignore the snap minimum, it doesn't really change. It does not really change. Yeah.
Well, at least Jaden leads all rookies, though.
Yeah.
I do.
I mean, look at Bo Nix. He won throwing 60 yards.
Bo Nix is so for the 3 rookies right now that are starting. Jaden's at 8, Bo Nix at 30, Caleb's at 32.
Bo Nix is better than Caleb.
Here's a funny thing, though. Give me their. Oh, these are just straight.
Well, I think Jaden Daniels, has only 1 interception? That was last week?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
For a rookie quarterback starting in this league, getting their first interception.
A lot of it.
I want to know what CJ Stroud did when he threw his first interception last
A
year.
lot of it comes down to, though, once again, though, give some credit to that offensive line for giving the protection to do.
Well, he
what
runs
he's
a lot
doing.
too. He runs a lot too. He's a lot of rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, that's something Caleb doesn't do as much. But I mean, I think as we saw, like Caleb's, as he gets protection, that QBR goes up. It was 104.1 or something like that this week. He was over 100. So, as the line gets better, I would expect Caleb's numbers to get substantially better. If he can get the same line that Daniels is getting in Washington, I bet they come right up neck and neck.
Here we go.
No, I mean, if they're both getting equal protection, though, I think that I'm not trying to take anything away from Jaden. I'm saying Caleb kind of rises up to meet Jaden, which hopefully we're like that week 8, because that's going to make week eight a hell of a great.
Well, what I want to see, that same offensive line that ended that game second half when Tevin Jenkins got injured, and again, hopefully he's fine.
Right.
Keep that line the same thing to start the game against Carolina on Sunday.
Oh, Matt Pryor left guard.
And then, I mean, Williams ran pretty good. I mean, I got to get his stats, but it seemed like he ran pretty good against us. He had 94 yards last week, and now we're going against Hubbard, which had a good game last week as well for Carolina. So,
but they played the Bengals. Bengals got a horrible defense.
And Bengals
are they selling? Do you think the Bengals are going to be a seller here after this week?
Man, the way Jabbar Chase talks, T. Higgins, we all know. I think pretty sure he wants out.
But if you're the Cincinnati Bengals, you're 1-3. You drop your game this week. You beat the Panthers. Okay, great. There's your one win. Right? I mean, they're probably going to get destroyed, you would think, by Baltimore.
Wow, division rival or division game. So,
yeah, Joe Burrow's not looking good.
They have Bengals don't have no running game. They have the receivers.
Yeah.
If I'm looking there,
Hendrickson's a sick fuck on that defensive line. He's like, holy shit.
I'm not looking at their defense. I'm looking at their O-line for the Bears.
They missed Joe Mixon.
I mean, honestly, their right guard, Kappa, he ranks 12. With a PFF of 73.3. Okay, if I can get him, drafted in 2018, third round, 94th selection overall. So he's 29 years old. 29 years, actually 29.6. He's a little bit older. He's having a career, or not. Last year was a career year for him. He's having a good year now. Maybe he's the guy you try to trade Khalil Herbert to him for, right? Or maybe. If they're trying to sell, their center is not an upgrade for us. I don't think. Not this year. Even career-wide. Well, he's had some good years, but he's old in the tooth too. He's 31 and a half. They're not making a trade for him. So, yeah, I'm just trying to look at possible.
And while Ken's looking that up, I do want to give props to Baker Mayfield. I fucking loved it. Loved it.
The Eagles.
Fucking loved it.
Oh, yeah, and he gave people Tampa something to cheer about after the storm just came through. And
wow. That was a total fucking beatdown Sunday. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts doesn't look that good.
No.
You don't.
You know what? You know what the stat? Hey, Mike, you know the stat I seen earlier this week? It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. The last 9 games, Daniel Jones has better stats than Jalen Hurts does. It's fucking amazing when I seen that. I was like, what the hell?
So let me look at the She-Eagles really quick.
Well, he's not looking good. And then I know Ken was giving Packer fans this shit. Is Willis better than Jordan Love?
No.
We all know that.
No.
But there's a show that Jordan Love is a system quarterback.
No, they ran into a buzzsaw called the Minnesota Vikings this week. That's all it is.
Yeah, that's a surprise of the fucking league, man. They look like the questions we had about Sam Darnold,
Yeah.
and we knew their defense was going to be good. Holy shit. They're for
Darnold
real.
Game managing.
They're for real.
Wouldn't it be
Game
nice to go into their house and beat them?
But I mean, Love, showed rust early, and then the Vikings, of course, went to prevent to put off the gas and let the Packers back in it, made it a game, and get some momentum. So, but I mean, that whole talk with some of these Packer fans of like start Willis, bench Love.
No.
No.
Just came off an injury. Relax.
Relax. Yeah, relax.
Good God.
No. I mean,
Just like it's just like the Sheagles too. Like Saquon ripped it up the first couple of games. Then that third game when he dropped that pass against Atlanta,
there was a
that
downfall.
would have won the game. Boy, they wanted to fucking castrate this guy. Seriously. I'm like, dude, relax, dude.
I mean, look at our entire division is 2-2 or better.
Yeah,
Which is good. And we'll see how we end up this week. We got a few minutes, so let me pull up the schedule here for this week.
It would have been nice to beat Indianapolis, though. But that loss to Indianapolis, when they beat the undefeated Steelers last week, made that loss a little bit less hurtful.
Tomorrow, the big division game for Thursday Night Football, Bucks at Falcons.
Yeah.
And I picked at the beginning of the year, I picked Atlanta to win that division. So it's going to be
a good game.
But Bijan is questionable, so we don't know.
And then we get
but Algiers been tearing it apart.
Yeah, I
he's
know.
been doing better than Bijan.
Well, Bijan, he's a better out of the backfield catching the ball and shit like that. But they need Bijan to make this run to win that division. They can't just put it all on Algiers' back.
Well, they're not using Kyle Pitts still.
Again, yeah. Thank God I didn't pick him in fantasy.
Well, and then the division, we got some interesting games. We got the Jets at the Vikings this week. Is anyone taking the Jets to beat the Vikings this week?
No.
Nope.
Okay. I don't want to steal all of JV's thunder, so I'm just going to keep it to division games. Panthers, Bears, we'll talk about on Sunday. The Bears are the favorite, actually, going
by
to this
4.
game. Yeah, by 4. The Packers at the Rams, so they're going to Green Bay West.
Oof.
That would be hilarious if they lost.
I have to say, wow.
The spread is Green Bay -3.
Yeah, I'd pick Green Bay because they're playing at the Rams.
Yeah,
Green Bay's favored by 3, so they're picking the Packers to win by at least a touchdown. I'd pick Green Bay to win that game.
I mean, and that's the division this week. So
I'm gonna take the underdog. I'm gonna say
Detroit has a bye.
Yeah, Detroit has a bye.
And congratulations to Jared Goff being perfect and catching his first NFL any touchdown pass and St. Brown's first touchdown pass ever as well. That was a perfect fucking pass that St. Brown threw to Goff.
I can hear it now. Amon-Ra's got a better arm than Caleb Williams.
Dolphins and Pats are both 1-3. That's gonna be an interesting game.
That's a better touch
for the Dolphins with their issues. This game should be a blowout, I would think. The Browns at the Commanders. I mean,
Browns defense. It's about it.
Yeah, Garrett came up. Then you got the Raiders at the Broncos, 2-2 teams. The Cards at the Niners this week. That should be an interesting game. The Giants with the Sea Chickens.
Dude, Marvin Harrison's having a great fucking year already.
Sunday Night Football, the Cowgirls at the Steelers.
That's going to be an awesome game.
You know what? And I wanted to bring up that game too because that's my mom's favorite team, Steelers, and obviously my dad's favorite team is the Cowboys. So a little bit emotional weekend for me.
And then with Monday Night Football, Saints at Chiefs.
I don't know. Saints been going down ever since that Sheagles loss.
Yeah.
But you know what? Did you see that? Did you watch that Atlanta game on Sunday?
Yeah, when they won by the field goal.
Did you see Kirk Cousins favoring Darnell Mooney that whole game?
Dude, Mooney's playing free, man. I mean, Mooney's looked good there. He's playing
Good for
free.
him.
He's out of his head. He's just playing football.
He can drop passes there too.
I mean, they're using London too, as
right,
but
but I mean, he's just. You look at him on the field. He just. It feels better for him. You can tell he's playing free. He's not all up in his head like he was.
He's getting paid, Ken. He's getting paid.
Well, that too.
Yeah,
but I mean,
he's not playing for free.
But in Chicago, there was you're going to be the number one guy. Then all of a sudden, oh, here's DJ. You're not the number one guy. And then he gets in his head, starts dropping balls. So I'm going to prove I'm the number one guy. Blah blah. Now he's getting paid. He goes there like you're not the number one guy. Okay, fine, but I'm getting paid, so I'm just going to play. And all of a sudden, oh look, he's playing better.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but there's not many players that'll be number one over DJ Moore.
No, he's running better routes. His hands are better. He just looks more comfortable in Atlanta than he did in Chicago last
year.
Yeah. You know. But yeah, so we'll see what the trade rumors hold after this week. If a couple teams lose games, there might be some trade rumors starting to heat up as we get closer to the trade deadline. And then, look, if the Bears, I'm going to make the assumption we're 3-2.
Here we
coming
go.
into this game, and the way Jacksonville's been playing, if we beat Jacksonville, we're 4-2 coming into the bye. They might make a move.
We'll be 3-3, sir. Jacksonville owns London, but Trevor Lawrence is not being Trevor Lawrence. That's a shocker as well. And NTN, he's always a hard runner, but
if we're 4-2, at the break, at our bye,
you got a good feeling.
You got to be thinking we're buying. We're looking to buy. We're looking to buy. We're going to be looking to make a trade to improve this team to get us in the playoffs, and that's maybe where that Kansas City trade comes in, or some of these other scenarios. But we need to start looking at who our possible sellers are. And what I don't think we're trained for anything but offensive line. I mean, what other position do we need to trade upgrade? Or position?
I would still say another edge rusher, but that wouldn't be the number one.
Ooh, Matt's saying, because Joe said he thought this trade would be done by Monday. Matt is saying Devontae is not playing this weekend.
And I said this yesterday when you guys did the morning show. I said Devontae wants out of there. He's going to get traded. And then what happens?
Yeah, all reports go for weeks. I want to be here. I want to be here. I want to be here.
I go in here and say he wants traded out of there. And Joe said that was crazy. No. Later that afternoon, I was right.
Don't rule out Minnesota. When Brady made it known this last weekend that it was a choice between Chicago or Tampa, that blew a lot of people's minds, because at the time when he was making the decision, no one said Chicago at all, ever. It never linked to Chicago. And here he comes on national TV and said, yeah, it was either going to be Tampa or Chicago. That was it. And they were sneaky. Holy shit.
And they were sneaky about it.
Don't rule out like Devontae trying to go to Minnesota trying to get him. They got a draft capital, and they're only asking for a second-round pick. And look, the Raiders just want him gone.
Yeah, I'm surprised unless he's like definitely a healthy scratch, but playing against a division rival.
Huh. Well, see, the thing with Adams, there's only a certain amount of teams that have the money to do it now, right? Cowboys have $25 million to spare. They can do it now. Baltimore has to wait. Kansas City has to wait.
No, they don't.
Unless they match the money.
They just restructure some deals. Come on, I mean, the money's not ever a good argument, Mike. You know that, because these GMs just they move this around, that around, restructure this guy, cut this guy with no dead cap hit. They always find a way. If they want a guy bad enough, they find a way to get the money.
But like I told Ken this morning or earlier before the show, it won't happen. But Detroit has all the money in the fucking world. All the money in the world.
Detroit definitely needs a second receiver.
Yeah.
I mean, J-Mo,
man. That is he fast? Can anybody let me know?
Yeah,
J-Mo?
he's fast.
Good God, dude. Fuck. And Laporta's playing hurt. He's not the same Laporta, but he'll come along.
So I mean,
I mean, I don't even know who the third wide receiver is there in Detroit. You guys know?
Raymond?
Something like that.
Khalif Raymond? I don't know.
So pay attention. We're going to start getting some rumors now. I don't know I think if the Bears end up 4-2 at their break, they're looking to buy.
Man, you're on that 4-2 kick, aren't you?
I said if.
I'd say we're 3-3.
I said if.
You think we lose to Jacksonville?
Yeah.
That's a trap game.
That's a trap.
Well,
game. It's a trap.
When Bears travel overseas,
We're
there's a lot of
3-1.
Bears fans.
We're 3-1 in London. So
I mean, I expected us to beat Indianapolis, but you never know.
I had us beating Indianapolis, but losing to the Rams.
Yeah, I had advice.
But this was prior Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua injury.
It's funny. It's funny the way it works out.
Right.
It's funny the way it works. It works out. And the bad news, guys. Adam Rank's show this week. Everyone took the Bears. Usually it's just Adam Rank taking the Bears and everyone else going against the Bears. No, everyone took the Bears to beat Carolina. So we could be 3-3 because we might lose to Carolina and beat the Jags because Adam Rank's show screwed us all over.
Well, isn't it true that I heard that Bears have the longest home winning streak, 7?
It is true. And this game does technically count in London, by the way, as a home game.
And
not really cared about that. We need to translate into winning at away games.
Well, yeah, but I mean, still, it's one of those stats.
Well, the real test is those last 6 out of 8 are against the division. That's what I'm worried about.
And this Panthers game is a good way for Caleb to get those stats up, pad his stats, get some touchdowns, get these guys
get the line
double digits in receiving. Shit, come on, triple digits.
Yeah,
and the Jacksonville game is a trap.
Get the offensive line feeling good. Get them some success. Get them, some what's the word I'm looking for? Some
stick with the running game too. Try to keep doing that as well. We beating the Jaguars. Well, I'm hoping you're right, Matt. But like I said, I'm realist, and it's a trap.
Does anybody else get that with you?
If any game would be a trap, that would be the trap game.
So we'll talk about Carolina a lot more Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Central, noon on the East Coast.
Yep.
Don't forget Ken and Ken in the morning every Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. I know we'll see Matt Henry there and a couple others. Want to thank everyone.
Join Ken to Ken in the morning tomorrow. They'll talk about another one player for the whole fucking hour. Come join.
It was fun today talking about. There was a lot of different stuff with Devontae where he could go. I mean,
Patriots, Saints.
They were all brought up.
Giants.
Yeah. The only thing we could agree upon was that it wouldn't be in the division. After that, who knows? But hey, everyone, stay on the networks. After us will be JB with the roundtable. I'm gonna try to hop on over there. He's gonna do the entire Week 5 predictions. So, but everyone else, we'll see you here Sunday for Halas Hall, tomorrow morning for Ken and Ken. Have a great night. Bear down, everyone.
Roast my beans.
Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire Stick TV, Facebook, and YouTube. Get all your sports news here first. The daily podcasts are Ken and Ken in the Morning, Lions Talk with Smoking Jeremy B, Wrestling Roundup, The Big Football Show, and more, Shield TV, Lions Villain Report, and Red Zone Rant. The afternoon podcasts are Valhalla, Grosef Sports, WCFL Dolphins Talk, The Cheap Seats, The Bodkin Show, Spirit of Detroit Podcast, and Maniacs. The nightly podcasts are Halas Hall Report, Frozen Tundra Network, Skull Gang 365, The Huddle Sports Network Open Mic, First and 10 with Foz, Main Event Football Show, Prime Sports World, The Man Cave, Prim and Proper Sports. Spitball.